Okay, your last single, Hell of a Day, is about a day that really doesn't go your way. Do you have a
Yeah.
lot of bad days in your life?
Um, uh, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have like bad days, but like being 19 and like a teenager and whatever, it's pretty easy to have like rough days. Like still young, you know. Like I go to uni, it's kind of difficult to get into a routine because we're like on tour a lot of the time. So yeah, it's not the best existence, but like yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
we
difficult
have a
time
lot of good
for
days
a
as well.
teenager, I think.
Yeah,
Hard
100%.
times. When I was
Yeah.
a teenager is another period in where there are any crisis. I live in
Yeah.
the 90s, and when Bill Clinton was the president of USA, and
Yeah.
remember that it's easy times for everyone, no? But now I understand you when you explain me about the difficulty of living in Great Britain or any country. I understand you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hell of a Day reminds me a band, Supergrass.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of these British bands?
Yeah. I've listened to a couple Supergrass songs. They're pretty good. Yeah, those Supergrass do all right. Yeah. Like
Sorry.
I think they do a song called All Right. Like
All
we
right.
are
Yes.
young.
Yes. It's a
Yeah.
famous song.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a very good song. I like that song a
Yes.
lot.
Yes. In some parts, your song reminds me in the chorus, for example, when "All Right" is the famous song, but uh, I heard the first three albums. I remember that it's awesome. No, it's a good albums. Okay. Anyway, I have read in several interviews you say that bands like the Sex Pistols or X-Ray Space are important influences in your music. However, I see that you have a pop element in your sound. Do you consider
Hmm.
these pop influences important in your music?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think music is evolving all of the time. Like I don't think punk now should sound the way that it sounded in the 70s because we live in such different times and such different things are popular. Um, I think in the 70s it was very much like a counterculture subculture thing that like evolved as like a way of escaping pop music, whereas like in the 2000s like Blink 182, Green Day, all of that, like pop punk became a thing. So I think we take a lot of influence from everything around us. Like we all listen to quite a lot of like Blink, Green Day, Fall Out Boy, all of that. So I think it's pretty crucial for us to have some sort of pop element because otherwise how are we going to get on the radio and how are we going to like get people
Yes.
to hear us? Do you know what I mean? There needs
I,
to be some sort of commercial element to it.
I like a lot these bands that you said, Blink 182 and Green Day, and I love the element of pop in punk. No, it's
Yeah,
for
it's good.
me it's one experiment in the 90s, and I agree with you. I agree with you, and I feel that your music contain this kind of elements that is not the same music as Green Day, but when I
Yeah.
hear it, your songs, there are some influences of these bands. No,
Yeah.
okay. Do you like the last album of Blink 182? Have you heard
I
it?
haven't actually listened to it that much. No, I think I listened to it once through when it first came out and I enjoyed it, but I didn't like fully get into it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were on the road at the time, so I just like wasn't really listening to much like heavy music in any way. I was just like listening to really chill stuff so that I could like decompress from playing shows every night.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have a hard work.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I read that your first EP will be released in January. Do you feel much pressure before the launch?
Yeah, I think I mean, it's scary because it's our first EP. Obviously, we want it to do well. But like we're so invested in the songs that I think even if it didn't do well commercially, we'd just be happy to have it out there. Like we love the music that we've created, and we're all really proud of it. Like as a whole EP. So I think for us, it's more just about getting what we've worked on for such a long time to like a bigger audience. Um, so yeah, I guess there's pressure, but like I think it's more pressure that we're putting on ourselves. Like people don't really know who we are, so there's no pressure from like the outside world. It's just
Okay.
like pressure that we've put on ourselves for it to do well because we've put so much time and energy and effort into it. But yeah, we're all really happy with it, so we're really excited to release it. To be honest.
Okay, pressure, but at the same time you are excited. I think that
Yeah, yeah.
it's a big step for your career, I think.
Of course.
But a lot of bands nowadays prefer release singles, but in your case, you will release a LP, an album.
Yeah, yeah. I
Why?
think I think for us, like to release the EP is like a big thing because we're doing it on vinyl and on CD. Whereas like if you were doing a single, like people don't really tend to buy like 7-inch vinyl anymore. They normally only buy like 12-inch vinyl and whatever. So for us, it's more about just like being able to have like physical copies of it is like huge.
Okay.
But also just to have like a body of work that like cements us at that time is like quite important to me anyway. Like all 5 songs that are on the EP go together so well and they tell a story and they like fit the same vibe. And I feel like you can't really get that across with singles because it's just like one after another and there's no like concept around it. Whereas like all 5 songs that are in this EP, they just like they make sense together. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, because in your singles there is not a concept, no? It's different songs,
Yeah,
different
yeah.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I understand you. And okay, do you think that it's important that your first EP has good reviews in the music press, or is a factor that you are not going to give much importance to?
I mean, like I'd love for that to be good reviews, like because good reviews they don't do us any harm, do they? Like it gets spread to more people, and I mean it's lovely to have validation from people in the music press, but I mean it's not something that I'm expecting because I don't know who's going to review it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I
Okay,
mean
but Lars Ulrich, the drummer of Metallica, said that he read all the all the YouTube
yeah, true.
and for me it was a surprise, no? And
Yeah, I
do you
mean
pay
I
attention in this
yeah, I
commentaries
read, I
or
read, I read everything about us. Like everything that is put out about us, I will read it entirely because I feel like even if you don't take in every word of it, you can still learn from what people like and don't like. I mean, I've seen a lot of like live reviews of us, so like people come to our gigs and review that, and they'll always talk about things that like aren't as positive or things that we could improve on. And if there's like a review that has absolutely no critique in it, then I don't believe that it's true. Like
yeah.
because we're never going to perform a perfect gig. Do you know what I mean? So I think I think it's important to read things that are put out about you so that you can learn from your own mistakes. Even if you don't take every word to heart, because I think if you took every word to heart, you'd probably be a very sad human being.
Do you control the
Because
haters?
yeah, I think that's the thing that's difficult. Like especially on like social media nowadays,
Yes.
it's really easy for people to hide behind a screen and say whatever they want. Um, and we've had that quite a lot on TikTok, and it's just like put me off it as a social media platform altogether. But yeah, I think that taught me that I need to just not take everything to heart because you can't because people will hide behind it.
Okay, congratulate you. Okay. Uh, do you have the feeling that you are doing things too quickly? I mean, normally a British band when come on tour to Spain is a band that is consolidated career. In your
Yeah,
case, you will tour Spain only having released 3 songs. Mm. Do you
yeah. I
feel
think
that is very quickly or
I mean it's quick, isn't it? Like there's no two ways about it. It's a quick way of doing it. But I think to be honest, I don't. I think it's quite a good way of doing it because although we haven't made a name for ourselves out there, like by announcing this tour, we've been played on the radio and that's got our streams up in Spain. And like we will get fans, we will get people coming to the show who don't know who we are just because they feel like going on a night out. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we're going to get more people finding who we are through this than we would have had we not decided to go out this early on in our careers.
Okay. I will try to do to your show. Will I will try to go to your shows.
Oh, cool.
You will play in Barcelona. I am living in Barcelona, closer to Barcelona.
Oh, wicked.
It's
I was there this summer.
yeah, yeah. I am work this day, but I will try to go because it's on Wednesday. I remember.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yes, I will try. I will try. In case that
Thank you very much.
I will go. I will write you, and hopefully I can talk with you in one by one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And your first band, Polarized Eyes, gained national airplay on Tom Robinson BBC Introducing. Do you feel that you are a musician who has a good relationship with the music press?
Um, I mean, we haven't actually like been in the press that much. I mean, like the radio DJs and stuff who've played us, we get on with really, really well. Like we've been played on a couple shows over here quite a lot, and those like three like core DJs who've played us, John Kennedy, Steve Lamack, and Tom Robinson, we get on with really, really well. And we've met them a couple of times and they've come to our shows and stuff. Um, but like I wouldn't say generally we're in the press very much.
Do you
Yeah.
read any magazine as Kerrang or Metal
Yeah, I've
Hammer
like
or
read Kerrang and Enemy on and off throughout my teenage years. Yeah.
okay? And do you assist to any festival as Don't Loud Festival or
Yeah, I
mm,
go to festivals all the time. I will go to multiple festivals a year. I love going to festivals. They're great. Yeah.
okay, okay. Okay, are you excited to play in Spain? Is your first time? I feel. And what expectations do you have?
Good food. Like
Good
we're all
food.
really excited. We're really
Paella.
excited for the food. Yeah. I mean, like
Did
when
you
we've toured.
did you stay any time in Spain or is your first time?
Yeah, no, I've been to Spain before. So I was in Barcelona this summer. I've been to San
Okay,
Sebastian before,
San Sebastian. Okay,
Cadiz.
beautiful place.
Yeah, I love San Sebastian. It's lovely. Yeah, no, I've been to quite a few places in Spain. It's really, really lovely.
Okay,
Um, but yeah, I'm really excited to like go on tour there because it will be a different like experience altogether, especially because we're spending like literally one day in each place. It will be pretty quick turnarounds. So we're not going to be able to do all of the like, sightseeing and stuff. But yeah, I've heard that like the Barcelona venue especially is like a really good venue. So yeah, I mean I think it's going to be brilliant. I'm excited to just be out there and play, to be honest. I don't think I've
okay.
really set expectations for it as such. I think we're just excited to get going again because we've had a bit of a break from touring for like well, I
You
say
will
we've had a
you
break.
will play as a headliner.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. Yeah,
awesome,
so it's a bit
awesome.
intense.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, congratulate you again.
Thank you.
Okay, finally, I would like to know what is your favorite album of the year. Yeah, of any band,
Ooh.
any kind of style.
I think my album of the year is Brian Chatton's album.
Brian
I've
Charles.
completely lost the name of the album. That's really, really bad.
But
Um
who is the singer? Sorry.
Brian Chatton, he's have you heard of Fontaines DC?
Ah, Fontaines DC. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so he
yes.
put out a solo album this year, which is
Okay,
incredible. It's a really, really,
good
really
band.
good album.
A good band.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
yes.
his
Because
album, oh, it's called
wha-
Fair Lies.
one of
That
your
album.
influences is that style, no?
Yeah, yeah, post-punk, like UK post-punk. But yeah, I love Fontaines, but Grian's like solo stuff is really beautiful.
Yeah.
and it's quite stripped back. Yeah, it's a really,
This
really
band
cool.
has a good fan base in Spain, and
That's it.
they used to play in some festivals, huge festivals in each summer.
Oh,
A good
cool.
band, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Maybe in
that's
a
my
couple of
album.
years you will play as a headliner in huge festivals in Spain.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.